Hello and welcome to another update video about gold. Tough times here in the gold market. Quite an impulsive sell-off today. Not entirely unexpected given the wave count here that we had on the chart in the last video. I'm going to take that yellow box out because this was originally the area where I did expect the price to get into. And reverse, well, we did overshoot it a little bit. Yeah, so the resistance here was 1807. It did push all the way up to 1822, and now we see quite an impulsive reaction to the downside. So we want to talk about options here. There is basically, for me, there are two main options. Generally, with gold, as you know, it should ideally not drop below the $16.05 level. Yeah, below 16.05, we could expect the price to go into a massive crash and go all the way down to maybe $1,000. Yeah, it's just because on the higher level, if I go to the 4-day chart, this low is currently considered a wave 4. A wave 4 would normally not drop below the 50% retracement of the wave 3. That is exactly here at 16.05. Going below that level would open the door to much lower levels because it would then be considered a wave 2. And then we can go just much lower. So that's just from a higher level perspective very important to understand for anybody who has missed previous gold update videos. But at the moment we could consider this as an impulse to the upside. So we can carefully assume that the low was in for gold in this bear market. However, the stress test is going to happen now. Because yes, we can count this as a 5-wave structure to the upside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a 5-wave structure. And even in this 5th wave here, the small 5th wave, yeah, here in pink, was very short, but it's a valid one. So this could have topped now. Yeah. So it's a 5-wave move. It's valid. It could be. It is an impulse. Okay. The thing is though. The thing is that it is now this wave 2, which is going to be the stress test for the bullish case. So if we say gold has probably bottomed, yeah, or at least possibly bottomed, because like we cannot confirm it at this stage. Please understand that. The first 5 waves into the direction of a certain, or into a certain direction, it is only the very first indication that a trend might have shifted. Yeah, in this case from a downtrend into an uptrend. But it is not before the correction of this 5-wave move, which will be the wave 2. So the wave 1 is the impulse, 5 waves, and the wave 2 should be the correction. And if we hold a certain support level in this wave 2, yes, then we can be quite certain that a low has been made already. And in this wave 2, we should not drop below 1663. So I'm going to formulate now a target area, assuming currently the high was in here. This of course changes if we suddenly push higher above 1824. But at the moment, with the data we have, we could assume the high was made. And we can now come back and would most likely get into this region between 1663 and 1722, between the 50% fib retracement and the 78.6 retracement in an ABC correction. That would be the ideal target for the wave 2. And if we hold 1663 in this correction, then it is highly likely that a low has been made. But this is only one scenario I want to show you. There's another one which is quite similar, but it would allow for further upside in wave 1, assuming wave 1 isn't finished yet. Because only having one scenario would be a little bit too easy, right? So we can still, even in the second scenario, we can assume that we've made a wave 1, a wave 2, a wave 3. But then we have to assume in this second, and I'll take the subwaves out, we don't need them. In this second scenario, we can assume that the wave 4 was never finished. So I'm just going to move that across. Wave 4 wasn't finished. That means wave 1 wasn't finished and wave 5 wasn't finished here, okay? How is that possible? it would include the possibility that this wave 4 is a triangle. A, B, C, D, E in wave 4, and then we would push higher in wave 5. This is a possibility I want to outline to you, I want to mention to you. It's not yet enough evidence to consider this really, but it's a possibility. So therefore I wanted to mention it to you. Just be aware, you know. But I would rather go with this one. Yeah, this is the first one I showed you actually. And yeah, I mean, and then we also have a bearish option, and that is really the bearish wave count. I don't currently need to consider it. Well, we need to know about it, but I don't need to consider it as long as we hold above 1662, 1663. But as soon as we go below that 78.6% retrace, this will become clearly primary expectation. So we just need to know that until we have a correction in place and we're holding a higher low, until that point, such a pattern can still easily break. And I would then consider this here as an A, B, C correction, A, B, C. The C wave as a 5-wave structure could be complete now. It would be a wave 4, and we will break down in a wave 5 once more, okay, making a higher low, a lower low. Just to highlight to you the bearish option as well. But at the moment, let's see if in any retracement now we are holding this support area. It will be this retracement now, this correction, the upcoming correction, is what is going to determine have we bottomed already or not. Okay, and this is my update about gold. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.